You love your cat, that part is obvious. But here is the part nobody tells you. Love and trust are two completely different things to a cat, and most owners spend years loving their cat in ways their cat cannot feel, cannot read, and cannot respond to, while missing the 7 things that would have built something unbreakable between them. These are not complicated, they do not cost anything, they take less than a minute each, but once you start doing them, actually doing them, every single day, you will watch something shift in your cat that you did not know was missing. Let's get into it, and stay until number 1, because the last one is the one most owners never try, and it is the one that changes everything. Number 7, stop greeting your cat with your hands first. Be honest with yourself for a second. When you walk into a room and your cat is there, what do? You probably reach down. You go for the head scratch, you initiate. And your cat tolerates it. Maybe they lean in, maybe they don't. But here is what is actually happening in those first seconds. Cats do not process the world through sight the way we do. They process it through scent. Every single interaction a cat has with another living thing starts at the nose. When two bonded cats greet each other, they do not simply walk up and begin grooming. They touch noses first. That tiny exchange, that 2-second contact, is a full chemical conversation. It says, I know you, you are safe, we are okay. When you skip that and go straight to touching, you are skipping the entire first chapter of how cats say hello. Here is what to do instead. Every time you want to pet your cat, extend one finger. Hold it a few inches from their nose, just wait. Let them come to it, let them sniff, let them decide. When they push their face into your hand, when they rub their cheek against your finger, that is your green light. That is your cat saying, okay, I'm ready, you asked first, I appreciate that. 2 seconds, that is all it takes. But those 2 seconds change everything about how your cat experiences your touch. You stop being someone who pets them, you become someone who asks permission. And cats never forget the people who ask first. Number 6, feed them like their life depends on variety, because it does. Here is something most cat owners never think about. Imagine eating the exact same meal 3 times a day every single day for the rest of your life. Same flavor, same texture, same smell, nothing changes ever. That is what millions of cats experience. And we do it thinking we are being consistent and responsible. We are actually creating a problem we cannot see. Cats fed the same food repeatedly develop something called food intolerances. Their digestive system becomes so calibrated to one protein source that introducing anything new triggers a reaction. And beyond the physical, a cat with no variety in their food has a cat's version of a gray and flavorless world. Jackson Galaxy, who spent 10 years working in animal shelters, talks about watching cats arrive after their owners passed away, completely refusing to eat because the food was different from what they had always known. The stress of displacement combined with unfamiliar food sent them into a state of complete shutdown. He watched it happen over and over. Variety is not a luxury for cats. It is a form of preparation. It is a form of care. It is saying, I want you to be adaptable. I want you to be okay even when things change. Start simple. Rotate between 2 or 3 proteins. Add a wet food option if you haven't. Get them off dry, only if you can. Cats are desert animals who get most of their water from prey. A dry-only diet is a slow dehydration that quietly stresses the kidneys over years. More variety, more water, more life. Number 5, talk to them more than you think is normal, more than you think is necessary. You already do this, you just feel slightly embarrassed about it. Stop feeling embarrassed, science is on your side. A 2022 study from the University of Paris found that cats can reliably distinguish their owner's voice from a stranger's, but only when the owner used a specific vocal register, not their normal adult voice. The soft, high-pitched, slightly exaggerated tone that most people use instinctively with bobbies and animals. When owners spoke to their cats in their normal conversational voice, the cats barely responded. When they switched to that warm, soft baby talk register, the cats perked up, turned toward the sound, and moved closer. Your cat is not hearing words. They are hearing tone, and that specific tone, warm, gentle, slightly elevated in pitch, registers in their nervous system as safe, as mine, as the person who loves me. So every time you walk past them in the kitchen, say something. Every time you catch them watching you from across the room, say something. Every time you sit down near them in the evening, say something soft and ridiculous that you would never say to another adult human being. You are not talking to yourself. You are telling your cat, you are safe with me, in a frequency they were built to receive. Number 4, give them a hunt every single day, not a play session, a hunt. There is a difference, and most owners never learn it. Here is what most cat play looks like. A toy waved back and forth in front of the cat's face. The same speed, the same direction, the same predictable motion until the cat loses interest and walks away and the owner thinks, my cat doesn't really like to play. Your cat does not like that, because that is not play. That is a simulation so unconvincing that your cat's hunting brain looks at it and says, that is not prey. That is a stick moving in a way nothing alive ever moves. I am not interested. Here is what a real hunt looks like. The toy moves away from your cat, not toward them. Prey never runs toward a predator. It drags along the floor at irregular speed and then stops, then darts, then hides behind something, then freezes just long enough for your cat to creep close before it moves again. When your cat's body goes low, when their pupils go wide and their tail goes still and their weight shifts back onto their haunches, that is the stalking phase. That is a brain that has been fully activated. That is a cat who is completely present in the most satisfying way their nervous system is built for. Let them catch it, let them hold it, let them perform the kill, then feed them. Because in the wild, the sequence always ends with eating. And a cat whose hunting sequence completes fully stalk, chase, catch, kill, eat is a cat whose entire nervous system exhales. 10 minutes every day, real prey movement. And you become the source of the most satisfying experience in your cat's entire biological vocabulary. That is a bond nothing else can build. Number 3, never interrupt their sleep, not even once. We have all done this. They are curled into that perfect little ball, soft and warm and impossibly cute, and something in your brain produces a thought that feels like a need. I have to hold that right now. So you scoop them up. And here is what just happened inside your cat's body. Cats spend between 12 and 16 hours sleeping every day. That is not laziness. Their entire metabolic and neurological system is built around conserving energy for the burst demands of hunting. Deep sleep, the REM sleep where their paws twitch and their whiskers flutter and they are somewhere else entirely, is when their body does its most important recovery work, when their nervous system processes the day, when their stress response resets. And you just pulled them out of that, with no warning, from their most defenseless state, into the air. Their heart rate spikes, their claws extend before they even know where they are, and even if they settle into your arms 3 seconds later, something has been registered. That spot is not as safe as it was. That human makes the world unpredictable. Do this enough times and notice what happens. Your cat starts sleeping in harder to reach places, higher up, further away, under things. You think they are being antisocial. They are protecting their sleep from the one variable that keeps disrupting it. The habit here is the simplest on this list. When your cat is sleeping, walk past them. That restraint, that choosing not to, is one of the most respectful things you can do for an animal who trusts you enough to sleep near you in the first place. Number 2, slow blink first, every single time. Most owners know about the slow blink. What most owners do not know is that they are supposed to do it first. In cat language, direct, sustained eye contact with no blink is a confrontation. It is what happens between two cats right before something goes wrong. Every time you look at your cat and hold that gaze without softening it, without giving them something, you are sending a signal that lands somewhere between challenge and threat. A 2020 study from the University of Sussex tested this directly. When owners slow blinked at their cats, the cats were significantly more likely to slow blink back, to approach, and to show affiliative behavior. Even strangers who slow blinked at unfamiliar cats got a positive response. But the effect was strongest, measurably, consistently strongest, with bonded owners. No treat, no toy, no touch. 3 seconds of softened eye contact and a slow, deliberate blink. And your cat's nervous system reads it as, I am not a threat. I see you, I love you, you are safe. Make it a ritual. Every morning when you find them, every evening when you sit down, every time your eyes meet across a room, you blink first, slow, deliberate, like you mean it. Because you do mean it. And now they will know. Number 1, sit near them and do absolutely nothing. I know this sounds too simple to be on this list. It is the most powerful thing here. Most owners think bonding happens through interaction, through petting and playing and treats and talking, and all of those things matter. But they all have something in common. They require something from your cat. They are all a kind of request. Even the gentlest pet is an imposition of contact. Even the most loving voice is a demand on their attention. This is different. When you sit near your cat and simply exist, when you read a book or drink your coffee or look at your phone with your cat across the room or beside you on the couch, and you ask for nothing, reach for nothing, demand nothing, you are giving your cat something that almost nothing else gives them. Unconditional presence. In the wild, cats only share space with creatures they fully trust. Not like, not tolerate, fully trust. The act of choosing to be in the same place as another living thing, voluntarily, without agenda, without need, is in the cat world the most fundamental expression of safety there is. When you simply exist near your cat without needing them to perform or respond or engage, you become the safest thing in their world. Not the most exciting, not the most stimulating, the safest. And for a cat, an animal whose entire nervous system is built around threat assessment, around the constant low-level monitoring of every environment for danger, safety is not a small thing. Safety is everything. Start tomorrow, sit near them. Do your thing, let them do theirs. No reaching, no calling their name, no trying to make something happen. Just be there. And watch, over days, over weeks, how the distance gets smaller, how they move from across the room to the same couch to right beside you without you ever asking. Because in the world of cats, being chosen is the highest form of love. And they are going to choose you. Not because you made them, because you were safe enough to choose. If any of this made you look at your cat differently, share it. Send it to someone who loves their cat but does not yet know how to show it in a way their cat can actually feel. Drop a comment telling me, which one are you starting today? Which habit did you realize you have been getting wrong? Because I read every single one. And so does your cat.